right. Today we have Efrain Fernandez with Storage Defender. Hopefully I didn't botch your name there, but appreciate you coming on, man.
No, John, I appreciate you having me on. I'm very excited for this podcast. I know you reached out to me, and I was like, let's do it. I'm excited to talk tech, excited to talk storage, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely. So give us just a brief overview of what Storage Defender is and does, and then we can kind of dive into everything.
Let's do it. So a little bit before I go into Storage Defender, I'll tell you a little bit about myself first. So I've been in the industry for 3 years now, going on to 3 years here in April coming up. It's crazy. It flies by. Once you're in it, you're in it. Yeah, I've been traveling to all the trade shows. It's an awesome industry to be a part of. And Storage Defender, kind of 1,000-foot view, if you will, is we are the smart home products of self-storage, right? We are the smart doorbell of storage, right? That's the basic high end. Like our idea at Storage Defender is how can we help operators, number one, drive more revenue at their properties? How can we give operators another ancillary service that tenants truly value? How can we help you guys differentiate locally? I mean, John, I mean, you've been in the industry too for a while. It's not the same industry that we had 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, even 1 year ago. It wasn't the same one that we're in there now. It's very competitive out there. It's gotten very saturated, and people are just trying to find new ways to differentiate. So, man, you do that with smart units, right? And then on top of that is how can we help you guys focus on the tenant experience? How can we help operators focus on a good tenant experience? And we do it, John, by monitoring where it matters most inside of the self-storage unit, right? Where tenants really, truly value their stuff being monitored inside of the units. Hindsight, John, it's basically a little device that goes in the unit and it texts the tenant when there's motion in their unit. So that's kind of that 1,000-foot view. And it's something that's fairly new to the industry. I mean, we've been doing it since 2019. But now more and more people are like, man, I need that revenue stream. Hey, man, I need that. I need to differentiate. There's somebody down the street that's doing this, and how can I help myself differentiate? So that's kind of high level, John, what Storage Defender is, and a little bit about myself as well.
Awesome. Well, let's dive into it because I'm excited to learn more about it. So it's a device that goes in the renter's unit. What does that entail for the renter?
Yeah, so for the renter, man, and I really wish I told you before we went live. I really wish I had a device on here, guys. If you want to see what the device looks like, just go check out our website, don't forget the hyphen, defender.com. It's basically a device. It's about the size of a wallet or a deck of cards, and it has a little magnet right on the back, right? Self-storage has metal everywhere, right? So you just pop it up onto the wall or on the ceiling, and then that will make a unit automatically become a smart unit, right? And then the way that it works, John, is typically, so they're in their units, they're already pre-installed, people are moving in, moving out, completely automated. Is the moment that somebody walks into their unit, right? Whether it's the door is touched or whether we want to say this or not, people go above the walls, through the walls. And when it comes to break-ins, when doors aren't even being touched, any motion inside of the unit, what we're going to do is, John, we're going to say, hey, John, there's motion in your unit. Was that you? Yes or no, right? We're going to detect that motion in the unit, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick text message to the tenant, letting them know that their unit's being accessed. If it was them, awesome, man. I'm paying for this. It's working. It's awesome. Hey, if it's not me, I'm sitting in my living room watching football on a Sunday night. That is not me. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, look, no, that wasn't me. And then the facility will get an alert just saying, hey, you have an unauthorized access in the unit, right? So that's kind of how the device works and how the text messages work as well. Because at the end of the day, too, one of the things I will say about our system, 100% appless. It's self-storage. Nice. Simple. Keep it as simple as possible, right? So I always like to say, like, my 90-year-old grandpa can use Storage Defender because he can type yes and no into a phone. It's simple as we want to make it as intuitive and as simple as possible. So it's just a quick little text message to the tenant, and then from there it goes to the facility, or it gets kind of just cleared, right?
Makes sense. Does it cost anything for the renter?
So it does. So like that's where the revenue aspect comes in. What most people are charging, what most operators are, and most operators are seeing, like, for example, Rightmove Storage, they're seeing about a 95% opt-in across like 50 plus stores. And we're mainly focusing on new tenants, but tenants pay anywhere from 12 to 15 bucks a month for the monitoring. Obviously,
Okay.
demographic dependent and depending on the facility, but the range is anywhere from 12 to 15 bucks a month. And from there, the facility gets a cut, and then of course, Storage Defender will get a cut as well of that. But the facility keeps the majority of it.
That makes sense. Okay. So then let's go to the owner side. So do you need to, I'm sure there's a cost to the owner, but do you need to put them in every single unit? Kind of sounds like you do. Or can I have like 10 people that want to sign up? Can we only do it in 10 units? How does that work?
It's a good question. The answer to that is kind of just all of the above, right? You can do both. We have some people out there that are saying, "Hey, I have a brand new build. I'm going to put it in all my units from day
Mhm.
one. I'm just going to incorporate it as part of the new build, and awesome, we're good to go." Right? Every new unit gets it. We're a smart facility. I will say our most standard way of doing this is we understand that you have existing tenants in some of those units. So we have a pay-as-you-grow model, right? Where tenants where facility owners don't have to spend all the capex on all 500 of their units. They just say, "Hey, I got 25 vacant units," and then from there, I'm going to just go ahead and once we get those 25 rented, "Hey, Fran, let's go ahead and get another box of 25," right?
Gotcha.
So what most people do today, I mean, I could sit here and tell you most people are doing full facilities from day one. The reality of is most facilities have existing tenants in there, and it's a little bit hard to do. So
Yep.
we have a pay-as-you-grow model where it makes it so that the ROI is it's you have the clear track of ROI, and when you need more devices, you need more devices, and you'll just get more. Some you just get some more, right?
That makes sense. So from the owner's perspective, if you're doing 25 at a time, do you guys come out and install them? How hard are they? Are they, it sounds like I'm guessing Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connected. How does that all work?
That's a great question, and without giving too much away, so in terms of the devices themselves, like I told you, it's just a little, it's a magnet, right? You just
Yeah.
typically what we have people do is facility manager. We don't like tenants installing them, right? We'll have the facility team install them for the in the units. In terms of the actual network, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth. It's our own
Oh, really?
proprietary network that we bring to the facility. Um, Wi-Fi is very susceptible to being jammed.
Hmm.
Wi-Fi is very susceptible to congestion. So our idea is, man, you're bringing in a security system and a peace of mind system for your facility. We want to stay clear of your infrastructure, and we'll put up our own network. So that's kind of how it
Gotcha.
works. And no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi. It's simple, right?
Yeah. So the plan is over time, it's not like something where you're like, you know what, I've got a 100 unit facility. We're only going to do 30 of these no matter what. It's something where if you're going to do it, ideally, you're going to do the entire facility at some point.
That's the plan. At some point, we want to organically grow it over time, but not necessarily on day one. The idea is, man,
Yeah.
like Efrain, we're killing it, right? Our playbook is working. Our managers are promoting the crap out of this. Efrain, we're gonna get another device, another box of devices, and then you organically grow it. But the idea there is, over time, you got the whole facility covered, and in that case, you create almost like a herd immunity kind of thing with
Mhm.
at the facilities where, hey, we see one unit, the other unit break-ins happen, whatever the case may be, you can start tracking, and all of a sudden people have reduced their break-ins by almost 90% in some markets, right? And also you just have some of the signage up that helps a lot as well, believe it or
For
not.
sure. I was just thinking about that. I was like, you know what? And not that I would do this, but I'm like, you know what? Just buy a sign, put it up. People automatically think that you have security.
Yeah.
So make this make sense for an owner. Why would this make sense? I have no idea on pricing. I don't know if you can talk
Yeah.
about that or not, but kind of maybe give us returns, or if you do have real life numbers, that'd be helpful too.
Yeah, no, I won't get too specific into the pricing. Obviously, if people want to get into pricing, just reach out
Yep.
to me. Happy to
Yep.
have set up a quick demo. But the way that it works is, like I told you, we pay as you grow model, right? Tenants pay anywhere from 12 to 15 bucks a month. That doesn't mean 12 or 15. Some people charge 14, 13, whatever the case may be. We will take a cut of that. And I will say, again, I won't say the specific number. If you want to know, let me know.
Mhm.
But the majority keeps the bulk of it, right? Every device typically gets paid off in about 8 to 9 months,
Okay.
right? Depending on what you charge. So devices have a quick payback as well. on the devices, clear track of device payback. And what most people are seeing, so I'll give you a few examples. Rightmove Storage out of Texas, our first partner, they're seeing about a 96% opt-in across their whole facilities, across
Wow.
all of them, right? And specifically, by the way, that's on new tenants, right?
Yeah.
New tenants coming in, they see 96. If 100 people move in, 96 of them are choosing smart units. We have others out in Utah, 76. They have 76% percentage adoption across their facilities, right? Let me think of the Jenkins organization is seeing about 80%. Family Heirloom is seeing about 80% as well on new move-ins. So that's just some of the data there. I mean, if you charge 12 to 15 and 80% of your tenants are adopting it, you can start seeing that the ROI there is, man, I'm increasing my revenue by 10 to 15% across my facility over time. We have some facilities that are generating over $60,000 in just revenue from Storage Defender alone. Hey, that might pay for a manager. Hey, that might pay for the new roof that you got to get installed. I actually have no idea how much roof's called. Probably understating it there. But that's some of the real life data. And we have a collection of case studies, John, on our website. We have 5 at the moment and 2 more coming out for the SSA show coming up out in San Antonio with a couple of our key partners. Some awesome case studies coming out as well. So that's just kind of high level. The reality of it is we did the case study that we did with, I want to say it was Rightmove, is also 78% of renters would recommend, 78% of renters will look for smart units at their next facility as well. So it's becoming a amenity that tenants are actively seeking at their properties. So that's another quick little stat for you there as well.
That's awesome. So my facilities are all remotely managed and all drive up. How does that kind of compare to, obviously new build's a little bit different. That's a little bit easier, but let's say just like a class A climate controlled with a manager on site.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's probably a little bit easier to sell on site when you have someone there. So any idea on people that will opt in comparing those two?
Yeah, that's a like, yes, there's what I like to say too is every facility will use Storage Defender for a different reason. Not all facilities are built the same. Not all facilities are created equal. You know that, John. Even when you're 18, they're not. I think it's 18. I think that's before hopping on. All of those are different, right? You have one facility that's in this market, one facility that's in this market. So Storage Defender can be used for a variety of reasons, right? Number one, I got a facility that's low on revenue. Boom, we're gonna put it in there because we want to drive the revenue. Hey, I have a facility that's getting broken into a little bit more. That's why I'm going to put Storage Defender in there. Hey, I have a facility that's in a heavily REIT-dominated market. I just want to stand out, right? I want to make sure I stand out in the market. So kind of like have something that maybe nobody else in the area does. On the managed versus remote, there is a different playbook in terms of like, we want to have the devices placed in vacant units. We want to have them already there rocking and rolling. And just the playbook there matters. And when it comes to remote sites, is most people are just saying, hey, all of my new units coming into the facility are smart, right? That's just as simple as it is. Because those facilities, you want to have the visibility of it, like from the owner's perspective, you want to have visibility of what's going on at the property. So maybe you don't have to visit twice a week and you only have to visit once a week, right? You get to know when traffic is going on at the facilities. So when it comes to remote, the website's important. Because I'm assuming, John, let's say for your facilities, how much is it? 100% of all your move-ins are online, pretty much,
No.
close to it.
No, online. No. I want to say, well, clean numbers 60-40.
Okay, 60-40. So you still have some sort of a presence when it comes to in person if needed, right?
Yep.
So
over the
that's
phone,
where, that's where remote / call center, like that, those things play into effect here. We want to make sure we're educating the tenants on what it is, how it works. Yeah, when it comes to the managed sites, you're going to have somebody there that is going to be an advocate of Storage Defender. They're going to be able to be like doing it. So it's just a matter of which one you lean onto when it comes to remote. You just got to lean on the website and the call center a little bit more. And we train the call centers, and we give you guys the ability to put Storage Defender stuff on the websites.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Very cool. So, yeah, obviously you described this product. I believe you guys have other products too. What else do you guys offer?
Yeah, so we have so on top of our cash cow is smart units. Right? That's the
Mhm.
cash cow. That's what's going to bring you guys and operators the most revenue. We have other set of sensors that go around the properties. Like our idea is, okay, we're in the units, you're making money. How can we help you when it comes to driving more visibility on the properties? We have what we call our zone sensors,
Hmm.
right? Think about these for common area monitoring, right? We have um, hallway sensors, right? You get to know entranceway sensors. You want to put one in the office. Believe it or not, we've had some people put our zone sensors, there's no camera on them, in bathrooms and remote facilities, because then you're able to track, hey, I saw X amount of motions in the bathroom. I'm gonna go clean them out. It's time to go clean the bathroom out. So just making sure you have the operational efficiency there to have the eyes on the property when nobody else is on. So we got our smart zones, flood sensors, gate sensors, door sensors, all that kind of stuff is built into our system. And then what we have here coming out in the future, which released, is we have our visual verify solution, right? What is our visual verify solution? One of the biggest things, John, that we found is there's a lot of operators out there, especially with multiple properties, that don't have a standard camera system. They don't. Management companies, they're taking over management. They don't have the same camera system. So they're over here having to log into millions of camera providers. So what
Hmm.
our goal here with Visual Verify is, how can we bring your camera systems into our systems, right? How can we give you access to seeing your facility on one single pane of glass? So
I
what
like
we're
it.
doing is, it's called our Visual Verify solution, where we're going to go ahead and stream. We basically work with the majority of camera systems in self storage or just in general. We're going to go ahead and connect to your video bridge and send those things up to the cloud, bring them into our dashboard, and you're going to be able to see your camera systems on our feed, and also on an incident based. You're going to be able to track. Okay, I see motion in this hallway. This camera's on it. That kind of thing. We got some things coming out for RV and boats, which I can't talk too much about. We have a press release on our website about RV and boats is a big aspect of it as well.
Hmm.
And on top of that, we got our Task Pro system coming out as well. Just automating tasks around the facility, making sure things are streamlined and making sure your operations are working. On top of that, like, we just want to make sure that our system aligns and operates with your systems as well. So kind of high level, there's a lot of stuff coming out. We're an innovative company. If you've probably seen some of our stuff. We are always working on cutting edge technology for the future. We are not a
Yeah.
company that is just going to sit on our smart units. We got more and more coming out.
No, that's fantastic. Well, I got a couple questions. The sensors that you have around the property. I know with our cameras, they're supposed to only pick up movement, but obviously you've got birds flying by, you got squirrels, whatever. Are those sensors detecting, birds, squirrels, whatever, and constantly going off, or how do those work?
Yeah, John, if I had a dollar for every time somebody asked that question, I think I would be rich at this point. But the reality of it is our system does not pick up those. Those things are quick, they're small. So our system is designed not to pick up those rodents, birds, all that kind of stuff, because we look for human motion in units and in hallways, right? If I tell you, hey, like, it's right next to the sensor, maybe, but the reality of it doesn't really
Yeah.
happen. Sensors are up on the ceiling, it doesn't happen. But the answer to that is, can happen. It doesn't really happen though. But our system is designed not to.
Cool. That's good news.
Yeah.
The your visual verified solutions thing is really interesting because we've got, I don't know, at least 5, maybe 6 different apps for our cameras at different sites, and it's a pain. So it sounds like you can integrate all those into one app, or is it one dashboard? How does that work? Can you watch them on
One
your phone from one app?
Yeah. So one single dashboard. We have a web-based dashboard. We're still big on our no apps. However,
Mhm.
the web-based dashboard can be accessed on mobile interfaces like a phone, iPads, whatever the case may be. So we will bring that all into our system. So
That's
our
awesome.
dashboard, if you will, and
Yeah.
centralize everything into the system.
That's awesome. And I don't know if you can speak on it, but can you talk pricing or ballpark pricing for that?
Book a demo with me if anybody else wants to know. I can't talk pricing just over
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but because it fluctuates, right? There's a lot of
absolutely.
things that we have to take into consideration, camera providers,
Yep,
all that kind of stuff. Um, but it's basically just a monthly fee, if you will. Plus,
gotcha.
you buy a certain hardware material, but
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Let's not just you and I, but anybody else watching that wants to hear more about Visual Verify. Absolutely happy to do that over a demo.
Awesome, awesome, cool, man. Well, you covered a lot of ground here. Is there anything that we missed?
I think that is it. I think the only thing is if anybody is listening and you guys are going not to date the podcast, but if you guys are going out to San Antonio, come visit our booth. I want to say we're going to be in booth 843. And we're going to be in our bright red jackets. It's our signature, John. We wear our bright red jackets. We stand out. And no, I think that's it. I appreciate, John, your time. I appreciate you inviting me on, and hopefully this brings some value to the people watching. And like I said, I'd be happy to hop on any calls if anybody has any questions. John, I'll give you my contact information so you can put it here as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that was going to be my last thing. Did you want to put that out right now? How can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, people can get a hold of me two ways. Number one, I guess three ways. LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. Efrain Fernandez de la Garza. I'm probably the only Efrain Fernandez de la Garza in self-storage, so that won't be hard to find. My phone number is 940-208-1119. That comes directly to my cell. And then my email is just my name, Efrain, at storage-defender.com. Right.
Awesome.
Don't forget the hyphen. I always say there.
Yep.
But that's how people can get a hold of me. I'll answer however people reach out to me. But yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Appreciate that. Yeah, pretty easy to find. I'm definitely, I mean, we're going to talk when we sign off here, but definitely interested. Appreciate your time again, man.
Thank you, John. Thanks so much.
All right. See you guys next time.
See ya.